Hello, Overthinking It Tubers, and welcome back to Let's Play Phoenix Wright Ace Ankylo with me, Blue. And last episode we had a very difficult and extended day one of our trial, probably due to me and the chat getting wrapped up in things we didn't need to get wrapped up in. Anyway, today's job is going to be finding evidence, clues and such, to try to get Lana a little bit less, make her look a little bit less suspicious. And maybe find the real murderer, even. Ha ha ha! Yeah, we're terrible at being a lawyer, really. We win in the end somehow, but it's hard to explain. Maybe. Oh, him again. Hola. And so this is Marshall again. So, yeah, we met him last time. Or a couple times ago. I think he's totally full of it, but, you know, he's supposed to be a detective, of some sort, anyway. He just shaves everywhere, constantly. She might have been wearing a scarf at some point. Also, pretty sure there's something going on between this Jake Marshall guy and this, I forget all their names. I always forget these people's names. Lana Sky. It seems like the two of them have some history. She was wearing a red muffler in the afternoon. Okay, means she lost it somewhere. Time will tell, unless they end up in jail before you can decide. Ooh-wee. Alright, well, you know, I can't read everything everyone says, or just take too long. We can't have 2-hour-long episodes every day. Oh, I thought we'd be going to do investigation day. I guess we just get another court day. Okay. Oh. Edgeworth is having a bad time. Your face is blue, which is fine. Your lips are purple, that's not good, and you're sweating bullets. Are you having a heart attack? I'm just gonna take a stab and say he couldn't find the piece of evidence from the muffler. He's really breaking down, actually. Uh-oh. Who and what is this guy? A strange, stuffy aura seems to be filling the courtroom, and a new song has appeared. The temperature has risen. Who on earth is he? It's you! Udgy? Udgy the Judgy. Busy Smizzy. Busy Smizzy, Udgy? Oh dear. A little bit awestruck on this one. Sorry, but who are you? Righto, the attorney. Sorry about little Worthy giving you all that trouble. We should all go swimming. He likes to swim. That's jolly good. Jolly good. Little Worthy. Yeah. The district chief of police? Chief of police? Top-ranking police officer? Alright, well I sure hope he's not corrupt. Gant. Damon Gant. Like swimming. Making up nicknames. It's been over 2 years since we've seen him. Oh, he just brought a red scarf. She was supposedly wearing the muffler at the time of the crime and then lost it. Got stuffed into that exhaust pipe, apparently. Okay. So why wasn't this all shown as evidence originally? A switchblade. Edgeworth objects. How could they miss such a vital piece of evidence? Why was this not all given to us originally? Like the missing shoe and the missing scarf and the missing knife. Unfortunately, the way I remember it, Damon Gant kind of outranks Edgeworth even. You're the person in charge. I'll expect a written apology. So, now Edgeworth is getting blamed for evidence protocol loss or something? Priorities. If I cut my finger, I won't be able to point it at people. Alright, well we've got a new knife. Zoom. Rotate. Clicky clicky. Stab right in the eye. The tip is broken. And it's got blood on it, perhaps. Alright, what is going on, basically, at this point? Department in disorder. This knife is special, but I can't say how here. unless there's evidence to prove a connection between this knife and Goodman. This was a bad day for the department. We weren't in any shape to do an investigation. A detective was killed at the police department. See, what a mess. The time of the crime, 5:15. Scary coincidence, eh? It's not officially linked to the case here, so I can't talk much about it. There is a murder at the police department? A detective? You said 5:15. The exact time that Detective Goodman was killed at the prosecutor's office. That is suspicious. Fishy, one would say. Anyway, we at the department were all aflustered, as you might well assume. We're in the middle of a top secret investigation. Don't tell anyone, okay? Two detectives killed at the same time in two different places. It sounds very connected, but... cross-examine. Okay, so what are we going on here? This knife is special, but I can't say how. Let's just have a quick look at it. He didn't actually show the scarf yet either. So, found at the crime scene, wrapped in the defendant's muffler. Is that not enough to say it's connected? Maybe this was used in a different murder. Well, there's something there. I don't know what that is. Maybe a fingerprint or something, but we can't get it yet. Broken knife blade. Alright. Oh, the small tag? Maybe I can look at the small tag. SL92. It's kind of similar. It could be a case number. Well, there might be a note. Okay, so we've got SL9. Oh, how clever! So, we've been reading it 6-7S 12-2, but if you were to rotate it, that would totally be 6L9 February 21st. Clever, clever. Alright, so how are we going to explain all that? Can't say that. No. Okay, so the knife in the chest was definitely that knife. Why was there another knife at the scene of the crime? This knife was found on the scene of our crime. What makes it connected? I should try presenting the piece of evidence that's had me stumped all this time. It's quite the hint. Okay, I don't think I need to be pressing on these other ones. Alright, I think... Well, I mean, I might lose a couple points here. I'm going to put a quick save in just because I'm not sure how they're going to resolve all this. But it did pretty clearly give me this hint here. Oops. Wait a second. This knife, this has to have something to do with Detective Goodman. And honest to goodness, what do you mean? Look at the tag on the knife. It reads SL92. Over here, we also have a memo that was on the body of the victim. Your Honor, it's upside down. The printed name on the memo makes it look like it's right side up, but turn it around and what do you get? Bammo. When he wrote this note, he was holding the paper upside down. Well, that seems to connect them, yes, yes. You win, Righto. So, the knife was evidence in a case. It was stolen from the department's evidence room. That was a bad day. Detective was killed. Scary coincidence. Well, it is officially linked now. Try to understand, Righto. I just proved there was a connection. What am I doing wrong? Alright, Fitz, see you later. Alright, well, let's press him some more. No point skipping all the pressing. On the day of the murder, it was evidence. It was evidence from a case long since solved. Stolen on the day of the murder. Found inside the exhaust pipe of Edgeworth's car. But that doesn't give me anything to present here. Unless I'm presenting... I don't even know right now. I'm a little bit lost. Let's just do some pressing. This guy needs some questions. Detective was killed. Alright, I just had to press them on the right thing. Oh, wait a second. I'll tell you one thing and one thing only. What's going to be the most useful for the second case? What a jerk. I'll only tell you one piece of information. When the victim died, how the victim was killed. I'm thinking of how the victim was killed. Maybe where the victim was found would be useful as well. They say, all I know about this right now is a detective was killed at the police station. In fact, he already said the time. It was 5:15. So we know it was at the police station and it was at 5:15. So how? No possible way it could be real weird. Toothless, depends on if you overthink them a little bit or if you have to, it's like a mystery novel, you have to think what the author was thinking, and then it makes sense, but it's a bit weird sometimes, I agree. It was what we in the Force call a stabbing with a knife. There were more similarities between the two cases than the cause of death. More pressing required. So we pressed on the detective was killed. We know it was with a knife. Time of the crime was exactly the same as far as we know. That's when Detective Goodman was killed in the prosecution. Well, to be fair, I just want to point this out. The autopsy report just says within an hour and a half of 4. I don't have any evidence that says 5:15, although that's what everyone keeps shouting about. We know that the car he was found in parked at 5:12, and we know that the Angel Star lady, she found them at 5:18. But my point is, things don't line up perfectly. Yeah, Lunch Boob. That's a good name for her. I think she said 5:18, but there wasn't a whole lot. Like, she didn't actually see anything, though, Pixel. That's the catch. So I'm going to have to present more information to get any further, because I've already pressed them here. There's no 2 cases or 2 dead officers. Strange Minds' idea is that this is all just one case and the same person is dead. Do they even have a body? So what am I presenting? How am I... The knife was... See, the knife was evidence from a case from 2 years ago. That's not the same as the murder. Like, this is like 3 cases right now, if you think of it like that. This was used in something 2 years ago. Probably relating to the evidence transfer, and then was stolen. Tricky, tricky, tricky. Alright, so what am I looking for here? Just having a look at what evidence we've got again. I don't know why we have the Blue Badger panel. I have no idea what that's gonna do. Oh, I muted myself again, or turned my music off. A detective was killed at the police department. Is there something about that 5:15, like... Yeah, I agree, Strange Mind. I just don't know how to... Well, he's being very ambiguous. If Goodman was killed at the police station, he's not spitting it up, because Goodman is the victim of our crime. So maybe that's what we're supposed to tie together, is that it's the same person, and he's just being an idiot. For no good reason. Haha. But I'm not sure what I'm supposed to be using as evidence here. A long since solved case. Okay, let me just have a little bit more look at that knife again. We know that the tag matches up with the piece of paper that was on... What's his name? Goodman's body. Nothing here for me to examine other than the tag. You are correct, Strange Mind, and I think that's what they're leaning towards here. I'm just not sure how to connect that up. Like, it does make some sense, but I don't know why he wouldn't have just said that. Because it would be obvious that the guy that's killed is the guy that we're currently putting Lana on trial for. Like, he keeps saying, "Ah, detective," without saying the name. And the time was 5:15. But that it's not officially linked, so they don't know. But yeah, I mean, we've pushed most of these. There was a suspect that's been arrested, but he's not telling us any of that. Oh, I guess we could, See, I asked him about how the victim was killed. I thought that was the important part. I can't speak on where the corpse was found. The crime took place in the evidence room at the police department. Sure, whatever he says. I thought we'd already connected them, but okay. The connection between these two cases has already been proven. I thought it was already proven a long time ago. The knife was found in the lot. The knife found in the lot was stolen from the police department's evidence room. Not to mention the victim. See, I thought this was way better connection, but whatever. The victim had written down the numbers on the knife's evidence tag. We also know that the detective murdered at the police department was killed in that very same evidence room. Sure, I mean, that links it up, but... So, what does that get us? You gonna actually tell us something? Release your information. Sure, why not? I don't think anything you say in court can be unofficial. There's no off the record. Alright, I'll cooperate, but I can't reveal the name of the victim at the department. Okay. That doesn't tell us anything. Yeah, let's see if we can get his ID number. Yeah, there's no way we could match that up. He just has it memorized. 5842189. I mean, that sounds familiar. He has to remember all of these for all of his cops? 5842189? I think. Five, 8, 4, 2, 1, 8, 9. I'm pretty good with numbers. I'm not good with faces or names. Numbers I can do. This tells me something. Remember? In case you aren't keeping up. It means that this police chief is a dirty sneak. Bam. You're grinning like a schoolgirl on prom night. Ah. No. This is the ID number of our victim, Detective Goodman. This should have been on record somewhere. Come on, why is everybody so dense? The chat figured this out a long time ago before we had the ID number. Don't you object to me, Edgeworth. Unless he has an evil twin. See, if he knew all of this, then he obviously knew the two cases were really just one case. What a jerk. No, this is just what our stupid witness says. That's impossible. This is getting rather complicated. What does this mean? Object! What I want to know is why didn't anybody tell anybody about this? That is a good point. Damon Gant. He's acting more and more suspicious the longer this goes on. What? He's responsible for what they don't tell him? Oh, snap! We were even there when that happened. I do remember Meekin's trying to drop off a report. But Meekins must have lied then, because Meekins said that it wasn't related to the current trial, when it obviously was. It was more details about the dead officer, the dead victim of the trial he was literally working on. So somebody lied, either to Meekins or to Edgeworth. Yeah, he said the report had nothing to do with the Landeskine incident. The victim's name is written on the... Right? Wait a second. That's the wrong Wright. That's Phoenix wrong. Sorry, everybody. Yeah, that was a challenging officer. Gross negligence? I object! You could have submitted it to the report, indeed. Damon Gant. Unworthy. So who's thinking that this guy's the one behind everything now? The second rule of evidence law. Oh, right. They haven't mentioned this yet. New evidence may only be submitted if it concerns the case on trial. Notice how we haven't been doing anything of this for the entire game up to this point? I think the connection was already existing because the autopsy report mentions Bruce Goodman as the guy that's dead, and your report talks about how Bruce Goodman was murdered. Are you seriously telling me that we needed to prove that connection, that the two names of the same person are the same thing? He's full of crap. No, it was proven by initial... just automatically. Yeah, I was just doing my job. Well, Edgeworth gets in a little bit of trouble, I guess. I'm sure he'll survive. Sounds like Gant doesn't like Edgy very much. You missed the introduction of Damon Gant. Poor Edgy. Wow. Well, that was a fairly short little day of trial. Alright. Well, I am going to have to end the video here still, even though it's a little bit longer. To be honest, we've had too many ridiculously long episodes already anyway, so it's probably nice to have a couple sub 2-hour episodes. YouTube, thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed, and have a great day.